right? Like every game, really important. You get one shot. You can't mess it up.
No, you can't. And I think this is a much more competitive game than people might realize. Like Yandex, we've seen a lot from them in the group stage, you and I, and they had decent success. Maybe the end up the end result doesn't really show it, but I think it is a team that can cause big upsets. Like we've seen some amazing sequences from them. They got outclassed at times, but now they have time to learn and polish what they had to polish. They could easily upset Gaming today.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible. The Game 1 draft here, as our panel was talking about, this is very much a Gaimin Gladiators draft. Like the Underlord is kind of like a staple of this team, and you've got pretty much comfort heroes across the board for them.
Yeah, but I have to say I like what Yandex have going for them. I'd even give them an edge in the draft. I think they ended up with something very nice, especially against what Gaming have. To me, it comes down to the Underlord. That's the X factor, because if he's strong, then he's going to be able to, hold what... I just feel like the game is going to be much more stable for Gaming if the Underlord is strong. But I don't know how this bottom lane goes. That is, to me, the big question mark. Because Nags versus Underlord, I'd like to think that it's a decent matchup for Underlord, actually. Like
I was going to say the same thing.
But it was picked, nonetheless, by TA 2000 into what he knew was going to be an offlane Underlord. So it keeps me guessing. Maybe there's, something that we don't see. Maybe the combination of Dazzle plus Life Sealer is going to be too much for Underlord to handle. It could be the case. I'm just a little bit curious about that one. But if he's right about the last pick, Life Sealer, despite the Underlord pick, I really like Radiant's draft against Dyers.
Okay. Yeah, my thought was like maybe they expect the Dazzle to do a lot more work in this lane than the Muerta can, because, Underlord, not known for his speed. He's
no. But actually, Underlord Muerta, I've seen that in the past, where Underlord also, takes a point of Pit of Malice at some point, and it becomes really obnoxious. Like, you're stuck in this pit, into the calling, you get feared back into the pit. Like, it's a crazy combo, especially on level 2.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens as we finally see the lanes kind of get underway here. As for the mid matchup, the Puck versus the Void Spirit. We've seen this one a few times.
So many times now. Yeah. It's funny. Like I like where the meta is with the mid lane. It's like you actually get to see difference between execution and skill from mid laners, because you see these matchups so much, and they go completely different at times. So it really comes down to how the 1v1 went, which is, I think, it's the exciting part about 1v1 mid.
Yeah. Ooh, Problems actually got stuck in the trees, body blocked out from Malady there. Forces him to TP all the way back to the base.
Yeah, you're not happy with that. But luckily the lane is pretty far back, so Noticed is not going to care so much. He's able to XP and maybe even aggro the creep to get some CS. So this is a... I don't think I've seen this +5 Abaddon in a while. I would have... I was wondering, obviously this is a lane that they could have flexed both ways, like 5 Abba, 1 Prophet and vice versa.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they went for the 1 Prophet, if I'm honest, because I don't think it's the best matchup versus Snakes. It's not the best matchup versus Axe also. Like the Blink
Eventually
Blade
Blink Mail is a
lot.
lot.
You're just going to die as Prophet. And even Void Spirit is kind of good against Prophet. He closes the gap, he gets on top of you. These are heroes that Prophet really don't enjoy playing against. So it is very surprising to me that they ended up keeping the Prophet on position 1. We'll have to see how this turns out.
Yeah, it's a really good point. I mean, we see Axe kind of turn the strength of right-clickers against themselves, and if he ends up having a pretty good game, yeah, might end up backfiring a little bit, but...
Yeah. We'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah. I think overall, mid lane, pretty even. Void Spirit actually off to a little bit of a good start here if he can clean up some of these CS.
It's a favorable matchup for Void Spirit, I want to say. I mean, this is obviously a very, brawly matchup, so a lot of things can happen, typically around the water runes, around the power runes, so a lot of things can impact and change completely the dynamic of the 1 versus 1. But if it is pure, Void Spirit versus Puck with no interferences, I would give an edge to the Void Spirit.
Okay. Yeah, overall, pretty good lanes for the side of Gaimin Gladiators. Not really struggling in any of them at the moment.
And I mean, it was mentioned by the panel. I think Quinn is one of the few players that still goes for the
Jostling
Rift. Yeah. I think all the other players I've seen play the Puck, whether it's Malorine, BZM, the Puck abusers, they're all on the curveball train.
Yeah, I was wondering about that as well. Like maybe, like I said, it is something that takes time in practice to figure it out. And Quinn obviously plays a lot of Puck, but
he does.
Just prefers Jostling Rift for some reason. I don't necessarily think one is substantially better than the other, but the curveball has felt more popular recently.
Yeah, it has been. So we'll have to see. actually think this matchup is quite interesting, like team to team, because both teams are very mid-heavy. Like we've seen, he might be in trouble problems on the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, that is an unfortunate block on the tree there, and with this, Malady and Watson should be able to find first blood, and it will go to the Nature's Prophet. Malady able to just walk away, has a blood grenade as well, but it looks like Nature's Prophet gonna go back to farming the creep wave. There's a lot under the tower.
Yeah, Axe decided to hold on the healing Lotus, you know, went for the call, you know, thought the Rasta's gonna die no matter what, which could have really been the case. I'm surprised he didn't skill Berserker's Call. This could have changed a little bit the dynamic of the skirmish, but yeah. First one on Prophet, you like to see it if you're Gaimin Gladiator. Accelerating on this hero is amazing. You get nerdy treads, you get levels. This hero is all about tempo.
Yeah, really nice rotation back from Problems to the mid lane. He gets a stack and takes a water rune away from Quinn here, so and a D-ward. Okay, yeah, that's a super value. Like, makes the death doesn't feel as bad.
No, for sure. You know, good way to catch up on what happened top. But yeah, he's not even griefing his Axe. Like Axe actually, the lane equilibrium top, despite the death, is looking
still
pretty good.
Really good.
Yeah, Axe is chilling. Like you can see with the CS. Like yes, he's been a little bit under pressure. Yes, they got the first one on the Prophet, but Axe is getting what he needs to get a game.
And a lot of times, all he needs is a couple items.
That's all you need. But yeah, I was mentioning the matchup of these two teams. The reason why I think it's a pretty good matchup for Yandex in particular, because they also play mid-heavy. And I think this is something that you need to respect when you play against Gaming. Like we have, you know, emphasized that a lot. Like they have a system around the mid lane that just brings them free wins when the opponent don't understand what's happening or don't respect it. Yandex is typically one of the teams that know how to deal with it. They do it themselves. So it's going to be very interesting how both teams play around mid. Like they are both very mid-player centered, like whether it's around, because they have great playmakers, like in Cheer Jr. or in Quinn.
Bottom lane, we're going to see them make a play here for Tofu. He gets the calling out, and with this, they're going to turn it back around on TA2000, who is just taking a beating here from this Underlord. Watson comes in to get the kill. The Nature's Prophet rotation, super value as the second kill will go his way. He's up to 3-0 now, 5.5 minutes, and will just simply TP back top.
Amazing TP by Watson, great move. I mean, they just know their power spikes on this bottom lane.
You called it, man. The fear in the calling with all the Underlord spells. He doesn't even have Pit of Malice yet, but that's 2 points in the Firestorm and
it's too much. It's too much, even for an Nyx. Like, Nyx Dazzle. That is so much sustain, like, between the heal and the rage from the Nyx, but even that is not enough.
The level 6 advantage mid, Cheer Jr. trying to make a play here for Quinn, but Malady is there to help him. The Power Rune will spawn bottom, and as a result, Quinn should get this. Cheer Jr. is in really deep with no health at all. Does jump back to the far side. Calling's not going to connect, but Tofu gets the kill, and Nature's Prophet just casually collects another one.
Watson is so big right now. Yeah. This is absurd. Like, what is this net
4-0 with 47 CS at 6.5 minutes.
What the hell? How did he even get so much CS? Like, the ulti must have went on some stacks or something.
The ult just cleaved a free kill mid lane and probably, something else.
I don't think I've ever seen such net worth. Minute, like, 6.5.
Yeah, it's actually just, that's ridiculous.
How do you have 55 CS like below minute 7 with 4 kills? Like he's TP'd bottom. I don't even understand how it's possible.
That's actually nuts. I mean, it feels like the lane was in a good spot for the Axe like a lot of the time too. So you kind of question like how is there even that much lane CS for him to get?
You know, we've seen was it Ame like buy Midas on Prophet? Like had he bought Midas, he would have had Midas treads null like minute 6.5.
Yeah,
this game,
that's
which I've never seen anything like that.
I mean, I'm assuming he's just going the standard build, right? He's just rushing his Maelstrom, so which he almost already has. That is insane.
No, he is huge right now. They're gonna have a massive Prophet problem.
All right, Gaimin Gladiators go to scout the high ground here on Malady. Notice we'll get his first dunk of the game.
Yeah, a little bit unnecessary, I would say. Like. Axe is super happy about this one for sure. Like because like the status quo is just heavily in favor of Gaming right now. So, you know, Yandex is gonna love every single mistake or opening they get that they don't really deserve or don't have to work for. So you gotta watch out with these support movements.
We're gonna see the 8-minute power rune spawn as heroes rotating into the mid lane. Problems bottom. It's gonna be a haste rune. Tofu's gonna grab it and try and just punish the rotation in from the Shaman. And speaking of rotations, Watson here once again.
Oh, they know. They're giving him everything.
Yeah, if you're Gaimin Gladiators, you have just accepted the fact that Watson will take everything now.
It's also, you know, like good, like a nice gentleman move from Quinn. It's like you come help me with the rune, I give you the kill. You know, it's a give and take kind of relationship. I mean, you know, there is a lot of that in Dota. It's like if I'm gonna rotate to your lane to help you, you better give me something, because I'm not coming next time if you're actually last hitting the kills. Like there is a lot of that happening between Dota players.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen any net worth of this in a long time.
No, this is like a crazy start for Watson's Prophet. He's gonna be very happy with the state of the game.
All right, so let me ask you this then: if you are this farmed on the Nature's Prophet, do you continue to just play aggressive with Gaimin Gladiators, or do you retreat into the jungle now a little bit that you have your Maelstrom? Like where should Watson be looking to play now?
I think you should prioritize like the acceleration. So you definitely don't want to throw your lead, or because you have to think about it from I mean, yeah.
A minute and a half faster than the previous record.
But it's a minute and a half, 9 minutes into the game. You know what I mean? Like it matters a lot because it's physically impossible to get it for 6 minutes. Like how, you know, he hasn't been farming stacks. He doesn't have the farm speed. It's a crazy number. It's a crazy number. No, I think you want to keep accelerating because right now your farming speed is just unmatched, right? Like this Snakes is gonna need to get to Radiant so that he can start challenging you with the farm speed. But how much will you have at that point?
Yeah.
So you definitely don't want to like, yeah, overextend or throw your lead, because if you get a quiet game for the next 5 to 10 minutes, you might just be able to just stomp the game yourself.
And with this rotation to the top lane, they're going to be able to punish Malady once again. I was going to say, with the Nature's Prophet deeper in the jungle, it does allow the Batten to sit in the lane.
Yeah.
He is going to be vulnerable to these types of ganks with the Gore Storm as well.
That's just the Prophet not wanting to, tank that gank. He also has a mid laner that's a little bit greedy. Like, Puck is technically less active than the other famous mid laners right now. He can be active if he has a good rune or if you dive too far, but this is not a hero that enjoys like running around the map too much. Like they usually play mid heavy, they farm their way to the Witchblade as fast as they can, and this is usually when they start being active.
They're putting a lot of pressure on this mid tower. The catapult is going to die here soon, but I mean they brought the tower down to about a quarter HP. So I think they're pretty happy about that.
No, they are for sure. And it's catch-up time for the supports on Yandex, so they don't really want to address the pressure that gaming is putting. Supports are pretty under-leveled. Like,
they're going to just take the tower.
Yeah, they might have to give it. I mean, Dazzle's getting the bottom wave. Like, luckily he got some time. He's only level 5. Rasta's level 4. They can't deal with this at all. Yeah. Especially versus Abba Shield, like, if you think about it. Like, they don't have much to throw right now. Abba Shield reigns supreme at this stage of the game.
All right, they're going to go ahead and try and contest the stacks here in the triangle. However,
it's not so many.
Yeah, the ancient camp is the one that remains. I think they managed to take the hard camp earlier.
Yeah.
Nice D-ward there from Problems.
And notice on Axe is the only saving grace for, Yandex right now. Like he's
doing well.
Yeah, he doesn't have a great game, but he has a pretty good one, honestly. Yeah. Like he's 2-0. He hasn't died. He's like halfway through the blink, a little bit less than that. He's gonna be the difference maker because it's not so easy for Void Spirit, I feel, to just go in this game. He doesn't have enough follow-up damage, so he wants to work towards his Axe. And until then, it's gonna come down to the Axe to play with the Dazzle, play with the supports, maybe get help from the Nakes with the Infest. This sequence is like Yandex want quiet as much as possible.
Okay.
Like they probably need, I don't know, 5 minutes plus of quiet, and then their lineup is going to come together big time. So it's up to gaming to find the openings within that window.
All right, well, bottom lane. Oh my goodness, Ace is level 10.
Yeah, Ace is very big.
I forgot there's an Underlord just chilling in the bottom lane.
And if it wasn't for this Prophet,
Crimson Guard.
I mean, we would be praising his farm if it wasn't for this Prophet. That's just ruining it all. Like nobody can look good when this Prophet is just already farmed.
Yeah, Ace is a problem.
He's going to have a Crimson. So we're hitting big timings on gaming. It's going to be Witchblade on the Buck, Crimson on the Underlord, and Mjolnir on Prophet. And these are crazy timings to hit that early in the game.
Yeah, they're actually smoking up here, trying to find Watson, and he might walk right into them, and he will. This is a fantastic kill from Yandex if they can finish it in time. He's just too tanky. They don't have the damage quite yet. Solo will get caught. Pit of Malice is out, and with the rest of the team coming through, that's just another kill for Watson. But 21 charges, didn't pop him.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think they knew, like, that, you know, Abba's going to TP, Underlord is going to gate instantly. It's a... We used to call this in my teams, we used to call this an oxygen play. You know, it's like we don't have any oxygen to work with on the map. It's like the map is really small, we're getting pressured. We're just going to go somewhere, make something happen, force some TPs so that you get... I mean, this gives Axe, you know, it actually gave him the ability to clear the Ancient Cap without dying. It's giving Nakes a free way to the Radiant. So you lose the Rasta, yeah, they're getting crazy timings. But I really like that play. Even though it ends up being a feed, like you lose your +5, but you're getting basically quiet time on all your cores. And this is what Yandex needs right now. So I like to see these moves. They know they're not going to work, but they're just distracting Gaimin Gladiators, basically, from setting up something more deadly.
I see. Okay. Well, we're closing in on a Radiance. The Lifestealer going for the Relic first. It's not that far away.
Yeah, he's getting close. Axe is getting his blink. Coin.
Ooh, nice job here, but there's going to be the silence out from the Muerta. The chase. That's so much damage just from the the Wrath of Nature. And Watson will just try and chase down Solo. Doesn't really have a Sprout, though, so they get themselves an immediate return kill, I guess.
Yeah, Prophet is too big, and I think especially if the Axe is like controlled, like his Blink Dagger is being cancelled, or he's the target, it's very easy for Prophet to TP in, because he has nothing to worry about. So
that's true.
It's going to be a cat and mouse game between Watson and Noticed, where the second the Axe shows, Prophet's going to TP in, and uncontested. And if you can't contest this Prophet, you're just going to kill everyone.
Gaimin Gladiators making their way back to the bottom side of the map here as, I mean, Ace has his Crimson Guard, queues up the pipe. He is just the full aura at this point. He's got the Demon's Reach, so he's going to be farming exceptionally fast. I mean, we can see it in the net worth. The fact that he is even remotely close to the Nature's Prophet is absurd.
No, I mean, they're just out-farming Yandex by a lot, and it's just hard for Yandex to answer, really, because not only do they lack damage, but Gaimin can connect their heroes so easily, like between the gate. Like basically, they have two cores that have global presence on the map, so it's just hard to outnumber them.
Okay, this is a really good gank onto the Nature's Prophet. They have level 6 on the Shaman. The Serpent Ward will kill him. Immediately drops it. They're going to bring in the Underlord, but it's not fast enough. They finally get the kill, turning that damage against him. They try to cancel the Axe TP. Good attempt there from Tofu. They'll just turn and settle for the Shadow Shaman.
Axe got coiled in the meantime.
Oh, he did. He can't get out. Quinn's dying to the Serpent Ward. This thing does so much damage.
Axe is trying to kill Quinn.
He's going to get him. Dude, Noticed. All right.
That was amazing. That was amazing. Like, solo kill. That is so much gold. He might not even die. Dude, I don't think they can catch him.
He is out. The bonus move speed is enough. Mid lane, they're now looking for Malady. He doesn't have his ult. He's going to be forced to level it now.
How do you not tip your Axe after this play? Yandex,
that is insane.
You know, give me some energy. Give me some vibe. That was such a cool play by Notice, and this is all they need right now. They need, and remember, like the Nakes is not getting involved, and it's a really good Nakes game. It's a crazy good Nakes game, especially because he has like a lot of ways to get on top of the enemies, like through the Void Spirit, through the Axe. So it's looking fine for Yandex. I think they were in a rough spot because of the early game, but this move really salvaged everything for them.
Yeah, that is a massive turn of events here. And there's the thing, you talked about it earlier. All Axe needs is blink and a blade mail, and he can kill a Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, that is the the weakness of keeping the Prophet on position 1, and it's not going to get better. If anything, it's going to get worse.
Yeah, that's the they just fattened up the pig,
Yeah, and the problem of the Abaddon in this case is like it's not going to be enough to save the Prophet. Like Axe Call is undispellable, so
yeah, exactly.
Your Prophet's going to die through the blade mail even though you shield him. So I don't think, like, we've seen it here, right? Like the gate happens as fast as it bug in real life.
I'm just going to turn around and see if Quinn's okay real quick.
Okay, they're fine, guys. Nobody bugged in real life. Like, it must have meant something different. Everybody's safe here. But, like, I guess, bug, he meant like an actual bug,
like
right?
an actual, like a fly or something.
I thought somebody bugged out in real life. I'm just too stuck with the...
Oh, this is exactly what you just said. The blink, the call, they get right on top of the Nature's Prophet. Watson down to a sliver of HP, but the Sprout's going to hold back the Axe long enough. That was so close.
That was close, and the difference this time was the silence. Like the Axe could not...
He couldn't dunk.
Yeah, he couldn't dunk the Prophet. Like, very clutch silence by Quinn. Saved his Prophet. But you see how close it is. Like, the Crimson, the gate, it happens like a little too late. Like, the Prophet is dying to the combo. This time around, and obviously these are like two-man plays, 3-man plays. And every time, as we've mentioned, like Gaming is bringing 5.
Yeah, true.
So it's gonna look different when the Void Spirit gets involved, when the Dazzle gets involved.
I mean, and TA2000 is just going to keep trying to kind of accelerate his game as he's got his armlet on the, like, fairly soon. He's almost there.
It was a pretty clutch TP by him.
Yeah.
Actually, like, the second he realized that, okay, this Prophet's not dying, I'm out of here. Very crucial, else he would just have died with the others. Yeah, he's going armlet on the Nyx. What are we working on Ace? I guess it's a pipe?
Pipe's done.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's level, he's almost level 16. He's massive.
Yeah, he's going to go the AC next, give himself a little bit more damage reduction here against some of Yandex's heroes.
Yeah, AC is amazing against Yandex heroes. Great against Nyx.
God, I love
Great
Demon's
against Dazzle.
Reach. Demon's Reach is such a cool facet.
No, it is, and I think Ace also loves it. He's already, he's pretty farm heavy. Like, he was farm heavy even before that facet.
Yeah.
So now that you give him this tool on Underlord, he's living the life.
Yeah, previously Underlord was like, oh, I have to Firestorm anything I want it to die, and now you can just...
Yeah, you don't have mana issues
yeah,
all of a sudden.
you don't have mana issues. It literally fixes his mana problems.
Yeah, no more mana issues. You can also be a little bit more creative, a little bit more lane heavy also, because obviously, you know, it was always tricky to choose whether you want to max Firestorm or max passive, because you were worried about your ability to farm, but it's a very cool facet indeed. So what else are we looking at? We got the blink on the puck.
Yeah, they're actually gonna do some scouting here with Malady. They find Ace. He's stuck inside the pit of malice. He's not going anywhere. But Quinn on the other side, silence up. This is the Ags reveal from Chira Jr. Gets the phase shift off. He has the coil. He's gonna turn it around. He's gonna snap on two, but TA2000 protected. That being said, the Void Spirit, save for the moment, gonna try and TP out, but a Pit of Malice is there to finish the job. 2 dead on Yandex, as Gaimin Gladiators finally show up in force for a push, and now Solo in trouble. A TP in from Watson, they get a third. That is a lot of damage on the Underlord.
Yeah, I didn't see the start of the fight, but it looked like the Void Spirit did not have 2 silences, he had only 1, but it wouldn't not have mattered anyway, because Abaddon actually was close enough to remove the silence.
Oh, the blink call's actually off the mark. Watson's able to walk away. This is an infested axe, so there is a little life stealer who needs to run away now.
Oh, this is, yeah, this hurts. This is not, you can't really afford these mistakes right now.
They kill Watson if they get the call, but
they do,
you know, you can't afford to miss him, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, Yandex is struggling to find their footing. Like, they're trying some really cool moves, but they're always outnumbered. They don't seem to bring enough numbers every time, so it hasn't looked good. And the problem is it's actually getting out of control. Like we've mentioned, the farm speed on the Underlord and the Prophet, so every time you miss, you either fail these moves or you don't get them going. This Snake's Axe combo can't keep up.
Yeah. And with this, they're going to take this momentum from this last fight. They got themselves a tier 2. Now they get themselves Roshan. And I really appreciate that Ace has just gone for an early Hyperstone from the AC, right?
I mean,
why not?
This is an Axe that is willing to buy travels before Blink, so, you know, no surprise there.
Yeah, and with this, they'll be very happy to move. Oh, they actually come back live. We're going to see them find the Void Spirit silenced up from the calling inside the Sprout. Absolutely nowhere to go. And now Solo going to try and TP, but there's just too much damage.
It's too much damage. And right now, it's very hard for this Void Spirit to do anything really. Every time he gets coiled, the Prophet connects, and the Prophet has too much damage. He just dies under the coil. So he has no way to defend himself, unfortunately. He's so far away from the Manta, and they're just going to go high ground. I mean, they have so much sustain, so they're going to force Yandex to take a fight into them if they want to defend this. And it is really hard. I mean, the whole challenge for Yandex is to assess how much damage can they deal realistically. And there's so much like sustain and save and heal mechanism on the gaming side. It's actually really hard to assess it. And if you assess it wrong, you're just all going to die.
I mean, they're just going to give this lane up, it looks like.
You have the Holy Locket from the Abaddon, you have the shields, you have obviously Ace's auras, the pipe, the Crimson, the heals from the Prophet. There's so much.
So they got Tormentor as like a little exchange for your racks. Normally it's like, oh, we'll trade Tormentor for Roche, but...
Oh, the Strata Shard is going to change everything.
But
easy fights now.
Yeah. That's not the most ideal exchange.
It does absolutely nothing. Yeah. Absolutely nothing for them.
When you're winning, this shard feels really good.
It does.
When you're losing and you're just getting ran down or outnumbered, it doesn't really do much of anything.
Even though I have to say, I haven't seen some really like clutch plays with it yet. When I read the shard the first time, I was like, we might see some crazy stuff. You know, some people that are gonna find some abuses with the shard. Have you seen anything crazy?
It's like they backpack Greater. They just hold Greater Lotus in their last inventory slot, and then like a Glimmer Cape or a Force Staff, and basically it pops. They instantly glimmer and heal themselves. Okay. And then it's like you're just a full reset on the Shaman.
It could have become like very obnoxious, like between the Dazzle, like late heals, and the Rasta shard, but unfortunately for Team Yandex, it's just very far from it right now. They're so far behind that none of these tricks are going to matter.
It's a really good scan here. TA2000 is going to use this to try and make some space, but the side of Gaimin Gladiators is here to chase. He's going to be forced to peek or Rage TP.
Yeah, Rage TP out. He's the only one that can really get targeted, but he also does not really enjoy being forced out of this side of the map. It's going to slow down his farm.
We're going to see the Gleipnir build out of the Muerta, which typically means you're going to go the Aghanim Scepter afterward. Yeah. So that's super cool.
Synergizes really well with all the spells that he has to work with, especially with the Pit from the Underlord. Yeah. Even the Sprout from the Prophet. I mean, they have so much like
just roots,
AoE,
lockdown.
Roots, lockdown, if you think about it. The Coil, the Gleipnir, the Pit of Malice, the Sprout. It's so obnoxious if you don't have like magic immunity.
Yeah, there's not a ton of like hard stuns or anything, but you can't move
no,
against these guys. Blink call out. They do manage to get on top of the Huerta. Then he just gets fully reset off a Lotus, and now the turn. Two are dead. Oh, that is really painful.
Nah, they can't make a single play anywhere. Like every time you touch somebody, the entire crew is there with all the sustain and the heals.
900 health instantly reset, plus the Essence Ring. That is a lot of extra HP.
That has to be depressing for Team Yandex. If you can't even touch an enemy support, what are you gonna do with this Prophet?
And that was like that wasn't like the Axe and the Shadow Shaman gank that we've been seeing. Like this was your 2-course.
2-course, yeah.
You know, that hurts. You're going to see them go high ground here once again, start threatening the second lane of Rax.
And I like the approach from Watson. He went for Daedalus. I mean, he has Aegis, of course, but he mostly understands that I can't even die, actually. Like, they just don't have enough damage from me. So the Daedalus is very deadly. The Rax are going to die very fast. Whoever gets too close to him is going to get 3-shotted. So
I mean, your only hope is getting him on an Axe call, but even then...
Even then, I'm not sure he dies.
Yeah.
No. I'm not sure he dies. They actually have too much.
Well, they just got BKB Axe, so he's at least not going to get silenced if they try to make the play now. But
true, true. But we also have the AC now on the on the Underlord that is going to buff the Prophet up. So it's a bit tricky. And he always has the play of buybacking, TPing back in eventually.
Yeah. Oh, Axe going to get caught in the Pit of Malice. Dude, this would be a really rough first BKB usage. He's just going to be forced to run back to base.
They want to go on him.
I think they're going to. Quinn has the coil, but no, he's going to hold it.
Okay. Yeah, that is the one hero that really needs, like, you know, clean positioning.
They're going to go right back. They right? Like, you infest the Axe. You've got to make a play here. You can't afford to lose this last Rax. There they go, making this jump, but the turnaround isn't there. Watson, he's still alive. They get the Gravier onto Notice. He's going to try and TP back to the base. Will you get the first life of the Prospect? How is he alive? He just doesn't die. There's too many barriers. Gaimin Gladiators are just too far ahead, too dead. Make it a third as the Shadow Shaman's going to go down. Notice with another nice blink call, but he cannot do it alone. 4 dead. The GG comes out, and Gaimin Gladiators will handedly take game number 1.
Oh, that was so close. The Prophet had like 5 seconds on the Aegis when they started. I think they could have committed to the kill, but the Aegis timing, how the matchup can go. We had the
Monkey Storm yesterday.
Yeah, we had Marine versus... it's gonna come back to me, but anyways, like where the Monkey dominated the Storm completely. Like we're talking a level and a half ahead of him, just in a pure 1v1. If anything, the Storm was the one getting the help. So the same could happen here. It was mentioned also by the panel. Like Underlord is amazing versus Storm. Like
absolutely.
Just the Pit of Malice and also the damage reduction. Like Storm really relies on killing the target he's trading for mana. So yeah, lots of reasons for why Storm is not the best in this game. The Underlord feels pretty much non-addressed.
Yeah.
It's an amazing Abaddon game. Like the only silver lining that I see is that Abaddon 5 into Beast 3 is not good at all. Like Notice is going to be really happy with the lane he's getting, even though he's playing versus TB. So there is like a snowball potential from the bottom lane, in my opinion, for Dire. But besides that, And again, and I also think gaming knows about this, but they just decided that they want the add-on support so that he can connect to Quinn. Because if you think about it, like if the monkey gets like ahead,
Yeah.
and he has the help of the Abba, like the dispel from the Abba, nothing can touch him. Like he's not. All of a sudden, he doesn't care about Warlock, he doesn't care about Dark Willow, and he's just gonna run at them with the help of Abaddon. So I'm very worried about the pace and the tempo that Quinn can set in this game.
Yeah, and with Gaimin Gladiators, they were talking as well. Like, there's not a lot of impressive Terrorblade stats in this game, but one of the people who has probably some of the most impressive stats on Monkey King is Quinn. I think he has probably the highest win rate on this hero in the competitive scene over the last like 6 to 12 months. Like, it is.
It fits his style to perfection. Like dominating laner, easy to rotate, can be really active, play for objectives. Like this is like Quinn in a nutshell. And it's also a mid hero that enables a lot of supports to run with him. Like there are very few supports that you look at, you're like, Monkey plus this support doesn't really work. In this case, Monkey Rasta Abaddon, like that is a scary trio to go up against. So he's gonna be very happy. And I don't think like as much as Watson can, do, and we've seen it last game, like he did so much, and I don't think he's gonna need to do much on TB this game, honestly. Like I see
he's just gonna farm.
He can just farm, basically. As long as his lane is like just stable and that he's farming and scaling, Yandex is gonna have to deal with way bigger issues.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to see something kind of similar to last game with the Nature's Prophet, where Watson could get out of control as long as his lane goes okay. But I think I'm with you. He's just going to eventually head into the jungle, wait for his items, and then he just outscales the NP as long as they're on even footing, right? We've seen Nature's Prophet, Terrorblade, and if NP is substantially ahead, then maybe it's not the matchup you're looking for, but...
Yeah, exactly, but if the NP is ahead, it doesn't really matter what he's playing against. Like the whole purpose of the hero is to just accelerate so fast that nobody can really keep up with him. And he has a lot of items that he can buy to play against TB. They naturally build into the Maelstrom. Like they can start buying Revenant's Brooch, Spike, Dragonlance. He's gonna be fine in this matchup. So we'll have to see. I mean, it's gonna come down to mainly what happens in the early side lanes and then the rotations from the mid laners. Like these are two explosive mid laners that like to rotate, they like to get active, and they have perfect heroes for that. Chira Jr. on the Storm, Quinn on the Monkey. This is their comfort zone. So,
We've seen Chira Jr. have some pretty solid mid lane performances. This one, already, he's doing fairly well on the Storm. Like, he's actually keeping pace with the Monkey King. He's not really falling behind to denies, which is like the one thing you really got to be careful of in the matchup.
Yeah, he's doing much better than what we've seen yesterday already.
Yeah.
Like I think yesterday the bleeding had already started at this point. For now the lane is kind of dead even, but as you see, he's getting zoned completely. Like this is the strength of Monkey.
The early boots,
yeah. Early boots, good lane control. It's not easy for the Storm to get anything.
And you can see Quinn's playing to fight as well. He's got an Orb of Frost on the way as well, so he's just going to continue to try and run at Chira Jr. here.
Yeah.
Zone him off the wave or prevent him from getting to these water runes either.
So it's going to be about the rotations, like the support, this Nature Prophet right here that might also look at the mid lane eventually if the Monkey gets overly aggressive. Because this is a lane like Warlock Prophet, this is not really a lane that's very synergetic. It's a lane that, soaks up the pressure, basically. So Ace is not going to care much, basically, about what's happening. And the Prophet's going to look to rotate. Pretty much similar to what we've seen game 1. Like, typically, this bottom lane is the action lane, where, there could be kills on both sides. So with the help of the Prophet, it could change the balance here.
All right, the meta being used bottom lane here just to secure as much CS and denies as possible.
Yeah. I think I'm surprised the Beast is doing that poorly. Like, I would have thought that it's a better lane than that for him, because they don't really have the best heroes to, kill the boars or threaten the kill on the boars. And as soon as you don't have that, usually that means free lane for Beastmaster, especially when they're playing Wild Hunt, which he
True.
is.
Yeah. That's a really nice rotation from Tofu mid, taking away that rune from the Storm Spirit, so he's got no bottle refill.
Yeah, it matters a lot. Who got the bottom one? Yeah, Quinn won for the bottom one.
Quinn took it, yeah.
Okay, so... yeah, Storm is not going to be happy with this. It doesn't really change much in the sense that he would have gotten, like, he would get zoned even with mana and HP, like, the dynamic, but it's going to force him to go back to base, which he's going to be very unhappy with. He has to decide now if he wants to go for the bounty or get a little bit more XP. But if he runs back to base, the issue is that he's gonna come back into a siege creep wave against the monkey that will look to dive him. So we'll have to pay attention to that.
Does pick up the early boots though on the Storm, which is kind of essential playing against that mid lane Monkey King. So at least his walk back to base isn't too bad.
Yeah.
But
it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
This Beastmaster is really struggling right now. Like he's level 3.5, where Watson is, you know, level 4. He's farming much better than him. Beast is just under a lot of pressure, and I don't think it's gonna get better because soon the monkey is gonna start looking also at this lane. Beast is typically a hero that you're very happy shutting down.
Now, in terms of, we talk a lot about twin gate rotations. Quinn, nice dodge in the mid lane there onto that Remnant. So just going to be able to play. Yeah, so much damage coming up from the Monkey King.
Yeah, it's way too much damage. And he has a siege creep. The runes are coming. Tofu's angling already. He wants to stack into check the top rune. We have the same movement happening from the Dark Willow on the bottom rune. So the supports are aware. It's gonna turn out to be a 3 versus 3, but I think Monkey is the king of this skirmish.
Especially now that he's level 6.
Yep.
But bottom lane, we'll see what ends up happening. They're kind of taking the 50-50. Quinn's going to win the roll. It's a haste rune. That's a pretty good rune for the Monkey.
One of the best ones, actually, if not the best one for Monkey.
It's definitely scouted. They know that this is happening. The line being drawn. He is trying to go straight for the Nature's Prophet.
I don't think he kills him, though. Yeah, okay, he's going to decide against it. Let's see what he does.
Wants to try and punish Chira Jr. maybe. Get his a little bit of extra damage here.
It's a level 6 turn, though. He just got that.
Good damage, though.
Yeah, very good damage. I mean, this could be like an investment into contesting the Wisdom Rune bottom and making sure that the Storm can't really match that. We'll have to see what Quinn does. It's 20 seconds from it. Does he run bottom or?
Quinn can start making his way there, especially with Tree Dance and the... Well, actually, his Mischief actually on cooldown for another 7 seconds, so...
He's deciding against it.
He'll stick in the mid lane instead.
Okay, interesting. And you see there's like a river ward, like just in front of the Roche pit from Dire, so they know exactly what Monkey wanted to try, so they had like full vision.
Yeah, they actually a lot of vision around the mid lane from both teams, right? Yeah. They're both keeping eyes on any of these rotations.
All the wards in the game are on both sides of the mid lane, which makes a lot of sense when you play versus Monkey or when you play versus Storm Spirit. Both teams are very aware of where the danger is coming from.
Bottom lane, good sidesteps from Tofu, able to play right through the maze. 2 blood grenades get thrown. And with that, I mean, no NPTP bottom. Tofu's going to be just fine.
Yeah, a little bit awkward, but they're hitting level 6 on Prophets actually right this wave. He needs a couple creeps more, and then the whole balance of the bottom fight is going to change. I don't think Underlord can match that rotation at all. So Radiant has to be a little bit careful with how aggressive they play, basically.
Oh. Primal Spring on over. There's the Shackles into the Wukongs. They really want to make sure to get this rune. Quinn gets first blood. I can't believe that's the first one. It's only at 8 minutes now. Shadow Shaman's foul play. Incredibly balanced, if you ask me.
Especially with Abaddon. Like the Abba saves plus the foul play. That was just so much sustain coming from the Rasta. It actually got the Storm killed.
Yeah.
He felt really bad about the first trade, so he wanted to get at least an even one, but ends up getting him killed. And that was like first blood also on the Monkey, which matters a lot when you're rushing a Diffusal Blade. So Gaming's going to be super happy with the sequence.
Yeah, they do manage to finish the Shadow Shaman kill on the Dark Willow, but at that point the damage was done.
Yeah, it doesn't really do much.
Oh, bottom lane, like you mentioned, Quinn's going to make the rotation. There's going to be the roar, but you don't get nearly as much movement speed as you used to.
No, you don't. Nice dodge also of the side.
Yeah, the
pushback. Slow, the pushback, yeah, very nicely done by Quinn. Good footsteps. I mean, this Monkey is already accelerating. You can see it. He's contesting every single rune. They have a hard time dealing with him. He's now focusing on the beast. He's going to check the stacks. Yeah, it's going to be Quinn at its finest.
Yeah, these are the types of games he just thrives in.
Yeah, and they're actually going to force the bottom tower. The meta is up. Monkey's then staying here. It's really hard for Beast to do anything about it. Roar's on cooldown. I don't know, can the Warlock... Okay, Warlock actually is level 6. He consumed the Grimoire, so they could be looking for a fight. Warlock is the deadliest tool that Team Yandex have right now.
Okay. Well, we're going to see a ton of vision here focused on Yandex in the bottom lane. They want to protect the stacks. They want to be able to play aggressively around these power runes. There's a Monkey King trying to chase after the supports here. They will go for him with the Vortex, and the Golem does go down. Quinn has that Wukong's Boundless Strike is out. Your Storm's already out of mana. TA2000 is going to come in, but he gets his Jingu stacks, and now Quinn needs to be careful. Changing of the guard gets him on top of the Nature's Prophet, and he doesn't get the TP in time. And Ace, meanwhile, he's like, yeah, I got some stacks to farm. I'm not doing anything right now.
This hurts so much for the team. This is like the absolute worst case scenario. They waste the Golem, the Prophet dies, the Storm dies to the Monkey. It's just, I can't think of a worse series of event for Team Yandex. Like, nothing is going their way. This is very, very worrisome. Like, this Monkey was already out of control, and now you even lost your carry to him. You don't even have the rock to play with anymore. Willow's really low level, so she can't fix any of that because they need damage right now. They just lack damage. This Monkey plus Abaddon combo is too much.
And Diffusal's done, so you now have even more problems to deal with on the Yandex. Like, they're going to smoke up, they're going to try and find a gank here with this new Diffusal. Their eyes already being set to top lane, looking for the Nature's Prophet. Now he's going to go through the Twin Gate, it looks like, and join his team bottom for a push. So a nice dodge.
Yeah, very nice awareness. I think you don't really see that, you don't see that often, right? The Prophet like gating.
Yeah.
Given the fact that he has a natural TP built in, but nice awareness.
Yeah, this is a nice play. They'll be able to use the Helm of the Dominator with the Troll Summon to secure the tower. So notice, didn't have the best start, but he is slowly kind of making his way back into this one.
Yeah, important. They need the Beast to be strong. It's at the end of the day, it's not a bad Beast game. It's a pretty good one, especially with the Dom 2 build. So he can help them get back in the game.
Quinn now going to find solo here. Diffusal comes out, and he should find himself a pretty easy kill. The Sister Shroud not going to be able to keep him alive, and Quinn on a mega kill now, 5-0, just at the 11.5 minute mark.
Quinn is quinning. What can you do?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I don't know how you stop him, honestly.
Yeah.
I think you just don't have the tools right now. Like, you need the Beast to connect.
Yeah, it has to be Beast Roar, right?
I mean,
Plus Storm.
He's doing it. I like that. Like, he bought boots on Beast. He's connecting to the bottom rune. I don't know if Monkey falls for that, and if he doesn't read the fact that the Beast is that close, it could be a good fight for Team Yandex.
But Melody's here is the thing, right?
Yeah.
And I think as long as he's playing near his Monkey King, he's probably fine. A Shield Rune's going to spawn bottom. That's actually pretty good for the Storm.
Yeah, it's nice. They must know that the Beast is around.
Yeah.
They saw the aura. Malady is level 6, but they could pop his ulti.
I mean, they're just going to go for it. Boundless Strike is out, and the Roar does come through here onto Quinn. The question is, do you have enough damage to finish the job? They don't, and now the TP in from Tofu, they just get a nice Golem turnaround here, though, and the damage from all of these summons will finish off the Shadow Shaman. Ace will block off the rest of the team. Boundless Strike's not going to connect, and Yandex actually managed to get a lot out of Gaimin Gladiators and the kill.
Yeah, I mean, the difference in style is, like, I think Watson was, like, much more confident. I mean, he was also much further ahead to, like, TP in on Prophet. We haven't really seen TA2000 connect yet to these moves. I think he could force a little bit more issues for gaming in the sense that, you know, like, TP backline, like, uses Sprout. It's not easy for him, to be fair, because, you know, like, these fights are really close. He's TP'd once and died to the Monkey, so he definitely feels bad about that one and wants to avoid it again, to happen again. It's close, but they need to use this early game presence. I feel like if they don't, they're gonna get in trouble. It's gonna be the repeat of game 2, of game 1. I mean, where, you know, they get the Crimson on Ace, and he's already. I mean, look at his net worth. It's the same story. Like,
it's exactly like
Watson and Ace are skyrocketing in farm, and you're on a timer. So you better find these plays, and that has to include TA2000.
Yeah, with Crimson Guard being done already, I'm curious where he's going to end up going. Last game, he went the pipe. I kind of just feel like we're going to be seeing another pipe.
No, I mean, it makes sense, right? It's a really good pipe game. Like, Crimson into pipe sounds like the best, and he just queued it up, so...
Yeah. Nullifies so much damage from these supports.
Can't blame him. Like, it's the best item build for the game.
So, with this, he's having a great time.
Dire's middle tower.
For the Terrorblade, where are we on his item progression? Because I feel like for him, he's got tons of space, so he's almost to his manta, about 650 gold away.
Yeah. I mean, his job this game is to scale, obviously, like to farm as fast as he can, and to deal with the lanes. I think that part is also important.
Okay.
Like, make sure that the Monkey doesn't have to show.
Nice drop ward here. They are going to get the Roar off. Boundless Strike doesn't come out in time, and they're trying to get on top of Quinn. Melody's going to do his best to keep him alive. Does he get the changing of the guard? The Croaker stun Quinn. He's still barely keeping himself in. He's up on the high ground, and he's healed up by Malady. Very close as the Underlord will take his gate back to the other side of the map, and Quinn gets out.
This Monkey plus Abaddon combo is so fun, actually. It's so much you need to factor in to know if he's gonna die or not. Like, and it's gonna keep getting worse. Like, once he gets the shard on top of it, on Monkey, it's like, how do we kill this guy? Like, he's so mobile, he has a stun to protect himself. The facet is amazing to create confusion, especially when your enemies aren't able to stand in the Wukong, right? And then, you know, he comes back, he gets saved, disappears again. What a nightmare for Yandex to deal with.
I mean, that was so close to being a very clutch kill. The Yandex not really losing too much there is a silver lining, right? They are a little bit further behind, but this was a, you know, fight with your Nature's Prophet versus no Terrorblade. Tofu, foul play well proc, trying to keep him alive with Malady here. Once again, we keep seeing this combo paying off. He's going to get a nice shackle, but dies in the end. Nice game.
This Storm must be so upset. It's like, foul play, Ava saves, Sister Shroud. He's like, oh, come on, guys. I actually cannot take this anymore. Like, this Rasta looks so dead, and yet he's alive 5 seconds later. Like, it's so hard to assess, but in the early game it matters so much, like being able to assess like exactly, you know, the last step that you need, because any sort of overcommitment is going to get you killed.
And you really can't, like, it also expends so much extra, like you said, it'll get you killed, like you're expending so much extra mana for each of these, like, additional spells you're having to commit.
And the diffu from the Monkey, you're just gonna die. I mean, if you stay there too long, you're just dying on Storm, so they better do the math, but I don't even know if you can at this point. There's so many things you need to factor in when you face the Gaimin Gladiator lineup.
Man, only 2 galvanized stacks as well.
Yeah,
so it's going to be a while.
We've seen more in the past, and he's had games like that were very different. It's far from over, of course. Like, the game could still, you know, get very nice, and the Storm could snowball. We're still early stage.
We're going to see the Shaman Ward go right into the Roche Pit and start taking the Beast down. Now, they are going to smoke. They do have a ward that scouts this, and I think Malady in a pretty good spot to break this. They are just going to zip right in. They have an immediate Hex. You have to know this is coming. There's the Golem drop, though. That's going to be able to interrupt the whole fight. The Terrorize does come out. Shadow Shaman still somehow surviving, but can they get out of this on Yandex? Watson has finally showed up.
They have to kite the Crimson. They cannot kill anyone under Crimson, but after that, they could think of fighting it back. They still have some tools.
Low.
I mean, they have the Roar. I think they should go back in. Can they?
It's going to be close. I mean, the Golem was such a big part of actually starting this fight. You've got to get the Summon in there. The Helm's on. Boundless Strike comes out. It connects, and Chira Jr. goes down. Age is going to be picked up from Watson. A great Sunder as well. He's taking a lot of damage. This Nature's Prophet doing some work. Quinn will lose that Aegis. But can he get out? He's got Malady behind. He's got to get out of this tree, but he can't. There's going to be the cut.
Nice shackle.
And a Fatal Bond's doing a lot of work here. They need to get out.
They're so low. It was so close. Like, the Beastmaster got completely outplayed by the TB.
Okay, that was very close, Malady.
He walked into the pit with the Roar ready, being full HP. Watson was like about to die, got the Manta off to kind of juke the Roar animation, and then got to Sunder the Beast. Yeah. Basically, full value Sunder. That killed the Beast right away. The Roar never happened. So that was absolutely detrimental to how the fight happened. And I would have loved to see maybe TA2000 scout the pit anyhow. Like, I feel like when you have a Prophet that can just prout, it could have been very useful compared to the Storm just basically dying to get vision. There was so much pressure on Chira Jr., and I get it. Quinn, he might just be dead.
Yeah, he's really alone top, but they are going to go ahead and bring in some heroes. They commit the Wukong's command as well as that gate. Mid lane, Malady going to get ran down here. Has to pop the ult, and notice will drop the Roar.
Yeah, he just wants to escape, I think.
Yeah, he wants to get out of here, but you're going to lose your Dom too. 250 gold for Watson. A regen bottom for Quinn. Yeah, he feels good about that rotation now.
The value of the regen, that one is amazing. That one it feels good.
Pipe now done on the Underlord.
Yeah, trouble land, honestly. You're going to start lacking damage.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have the damage to kill this guy. They're going to commit everything that they have, and I think, yeah, very quickly realizing he has lost maybe a quarter of his HP. They will turn on the problems here and pop the meta. And the Pit of Malice will easily allow him to secure this. Very nicely done. Well baited by Ace. And Tofu, well, he's found Cheer Jr. He's going to drop the Hex into the full Shackles plus the Ward, but they don't have any other stuns quite yet.
He's pretty low mana. No, okay, never mind.
He gets out. Okay.
Yeah, just loading up. I mean, this underroad moment, like this was a question mark moment. Like you see they're going on him because he's like out of position, and it was correct, but they just don't have the damage to deal with him. I think it's kind of late for that. Like Crimson Pipe plus Max Aura, this underroad doesn't feel anything.
Ace like looks at this and he's feels like unkillable. Is he out of position if he knows he can't die?
Like we went through this already, guys.
Yeah.
Like we just played an underroad game. Like this is done. Like leave me alone. See you soon. You know. But you can't touch me anymore. That game is over.
Yeah. All right, Quinn. We might see them get the kill this time. He does get up into the tree. Doesn't pop the smoke, so we'll see what they can do. But this is the 20-minute Tormentor.
It's
Smoke's gonna pop. Cheer Jr. Tofu in the trees. He's the one that they're gonna sprout. And then comes the Wukong's command. The gate in as well. Nice terrorize, but you've gotta run now. This Crimson Guard in his pipe just mitigates all of the damage you can do solo on this Warlock. Just gonna run into the tower, do his best here to try and make some space for his team. There's gonna be the blink into the Shackles onto the Beastmaster. On the other side of the fight, they do manage to find Quinn, and he's gonna die. That's a really nice find from Yandex. Solo somehow still kiting all of this out. Noticed, might not be as lucky.
how is Solo alive?
I have no idea. They just didn't have the catch.
How is he alive? He literally ran towards
Ran
their
through
fountain.
the tower.
Like he had 5 heroes behind him running towards their fountain, and this guy's alive.
All right, Yandex. All right, that's good stuff. They survive. They get a nice kill onto Quinn.
He's not even juking or something. It's just a mana boots Warlock, like just running around. This was hilarious.
Shadow Word and Pavis. That's all he needed.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, no meta for that fight, so obviously Watson kind of lacking the reach. Doesn't have his Hurricane Pike completed.
Yeah, but you already see like you get some gaming vibe for sure. Like so much sustain, so many saves. They're just grouping as a ball, and it's just hard to stop them. Like both games now, it feels like you don't have enough damage. But to be fair, this game they're playing with a Warlock. Like typically is a hero that offers like an unlimited amount of damage. But it might just not be enough.
We'll go ahead and ground themselves. The Tormentor, they were aiming for this earlier. It's going to go to the Abaddon.
It's actually pretty good now. Like the new Abaddon chart, like after the rework, the fact that the shield now is
It's like old Mephetic Shield or whatever, right?
So it's a really good chart, like especially when you play support, I think, and you just keep spamming these shields constantly with the quickening on the facet. So it's gonna be very happy with this pickup. Much better than the Rasta one for sure. So what are we working on next? We have the Shard on Abaddon. He's working towards the Vladimir. It's going to be very nice for the TB. The Underlord, yeah, we have the Pike completed. Underlord is going for Ags, which I think is going to be great this game. Like,
it's so hard to fight with this Ags.
Yeah, it really is. Like, he's going to get a double pit. And for the Dire heroes, like the mobility is very crucial. Like Storm, even for Beastmaster, like being able to kite around and play through your summons, like you hate being stuck in the pit as this hero.
And the summons too, like they're just going to be stuck as well. Like they're not going to be able to stick on top of one of these heroes and do the damage that they want.
It's a really cool item build.
Bottom lane Terrorblade's going to be able to finish off this tier 1 tower with the help of the catapults, so looking to constrict more of the map here. Now, a much closer game than what we saw in the last one, right? It's only a 7K lead here at 23 minutes. They're still feeling pretty dominant here on Gaimin Gladiators. I have to imagine the next Roshan is like their big objective.
It is, and the TB we're getting into TB territory now. He's becoming very strong, and I know this hero is 0-7, but I don't think it tells the story of the hero. It's definitely not a 0% win rate hero. TB is a good hero. It probably had, bad games. Maybe it isn't as good as it used to be. Also, we're coming from a TB meta. Like this hero has been first picked, has been played off lane, carry, support. Like, there's been so much TB that everyone's really good at playing against it.
Yeah.
People know the counters, they know the timings, they know when to dodge, when to fight. So, for TB to have success, it's going to take more than that.
Hey, you 24 pick it now.
It's definitely playable, though. It definitely has a place in the meta.
Yeah, we'll see what Watson will get done with it. So far, he's been having a pretty He's been having a pretty great game.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 3-0.
Manta Pike, Shard, this is pretty standard. I like the adaptation. He's doing the same as he did with Prophet last game. He's going for Daedalus because he just understands that they have reached their, their peak in damage mitigation. It's just really hard right now for Yandex to just kill any hero, really. So he's like, well, this is when I start building damage, right? Because I'm tanky enough. My team is providing me the sustain. And if I build Daedalus, we're going to start going for objectives, and therefore we're going to force them to fight into us.
Yep. Well, speaking of forcing a fight, Yandex is actually going to smoke, but they might not know this. Underlord's Ag's just now getting delivered, so this is also a huge timing for Gaimin Gladiators. They are split across the map, though, completely.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to find anyone, because there are no runes. Like, it's not a rune timing, so nobody is supposed to be in the river. Gaming is very split. They're working on the Monkey's BKB. I don't think the smoke is going to hit.
Yeah, so far, not really seeing anybody. Quinn's BKB being delivered on the courier right now as well, so this is... I mean, we might see Gaimin Gladiators try to make a smoke play of their own here.
Okay, they just saw Tofu under the ward, so they have a little bit of info from thanks to the smoke. Monkey now has a BKB, and he's playing very offensively because he knows he has the underroad backup. A little bit similar to what we've seen this tournament with Dawnbreaker ulti. These are like global tools that just buff heroes whenever they wander the map alone.
Roche isn't too far away. It's about like 15, 20 seconds-ish. So we'll see, which team manages to actually scout this out first.
Both teams are going to look at it. That is guaranteed at this point.
Quinn really wants this Helm Dom creep, but not going to get it. They just Golem drop mid lane. Immediately dispelled, though, here by Malady. The BKB into the Wukong's command, and Watson is nearby as well. Going to start ripping through these creeps. They even drop the Serpent Ward, but a Blink comes out into a nice shackle. They're forced to roar, but Cheer Jr. taking a beating. He's able to get out for now, but he is out of mana. The Pit of Malice connects, and Quinn will close the gap. They secure the kill. Solo will be next.
It would have almost been good if they were able to just disengage, because I think that's like the only viable approach for Yandex is like force, kind of bait gaming into thinking a fight is happening and force BKBs and big spells, which they did, like they forced the mana, they forced the Monkey BKB and Wukong, but then you have to try to get out of there, because I don't think you can just man fight that. They're way too strong. So, but if you can force these spells, they're pretty long cooldown. Disengage and engage again.
Oh, they got Quinn.
Okay, that's a good kill. There is no meta, and there is no Monkey. Can they... Roche is actually up. Like, is there a way for them to contest it? Let's just go in the Roche pit, or is it too crazy?
I mean, you'd have to do it very quickly here, because 35 seconds before the Monkey King is up.
Yeah, there's like 50 seconds to meta. No, it doesn't look like they're interested.
It's such a small window.
Okay, so they're going to let it go. But they're going to have an issue, because once Gaming like set up and get everything they need and go for the pit, I'm not sure you're strong enough to contest it.
So we do see the Crimson Guard on the beast.
He's TPing in on Prophet.
Okay, hold up, hold up.
Okay, he was actually just like flash farming his BKB, which he just got. What's the meta situation? 25 seconds.
They know about this. They have a ward that scouted this rotation in. Ace can drop this Pit of Malice. The Firestorm do what they can, but they jump right to the high ground. They get on top of the Shadow Shaman. He gets healed up quite a bit here from Malady. So the initiation not going to be there. Tofu now looking for some revenge. Quinn is here to secure it.
No buyback on Godon.
And this is where it gets scary. Pit of Malice going to be able to connect onto TA2000 as he's going to come through the gate. Ace just making space in this fight, and another pit's coming soon. Will he get to safety? Good force staff away, but Solo not as lucky. Noticed. Running down the river here, trying to get away, but Tofu's going to cut him off. He's found him. A Hex to follow this one, and you're going to lose your Beastmaster as well. 3 dead on Yandex, and that should be a clean Roche now for Gaimin Gladiators.
I mean, you have to commend Yandex for trying, honestly, because like the meta was down, and they're just trying to force the issue, which is correct, because when the meta is up, I think you would just have to let the Aegis go, and the next step is they're coming, knocking on your door, Aegis is up, like, you're just going to lose the game. So they have to try, they had to try it. It wasn't very close, unfortunately, because of how disciplined gaming is. They're just waiting on the high ground, kind of protecting each other's, playing off the limits, and waiting for the meta to be back up.
And with this, you kind of have a little bit of a window to kind of farm towards your next items or pick up what you need before pressuring the high ground.
But what would that be?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, you know, what is there an item that will change the equation, but I don't really see it. Sure, Beastmaster is working on a BKB, but that doesn't fix your damage issues. The Prophet is, I guess, kind of maxed out. He wants to get a butterfly, but again, that's going to help him tank, but it's not going to help him deal with the overwhelming amount of sustain that is on gaming side. I don't really see the solution here. It has to come through execution. It has to come through mistakes from the Radiant side. Or again, like poking them, forcing their big cooldowns, and just not giving them any kills, waiting them out, and then fighting. That is the only formula that can work.
We saw them make a nice attempt onto the Shadow Shaman, and removing Tofu from the game immediately, like if you actually happen to get that initiation, frees up your team in the fights quite a bit, but the Abaddon is always nearby, and he has the Shard, so it just...
he bought it? Oh no, the Abaddon, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like, any bit of damage that you're doing to this, you're just getting reflected back into your face.
Yeah. It's... Yeah, you know, I'm like trying to find an angle. I'm like, you know, I'm playing the team fights. Like the team fight possibilities in my mind is like you start on this guy, you do this, you do that,
Oh
and
my goodness.
I don't think there's a single.
Cheer Jr. is gonna die to Ace.
Yeah.
That it feels rough.
What happened?
I think his TP got canceled by a jungle creep. I think a Croaker canceled his TP or something because he was stuck here with no mana, no health, and no TP.
So that was like a solo kill essentially.
I mean, yeah. Like the Underlord was just walking along farming, and he just finds a 1% HP mana Storm Spirit.
That was rough. And now what they try to delay or, you know, avoid by, you know, contesting the Roche pit a little bit too aggressively is happening. It's like banner, TP with Aegis, pushing high ground. And yeah, good luck dealing with this.
Oh, that is a lot of damage. Now you will be able to buy yourself a little bit of time. Gets the blink out actually on the Dark Willow, so that's pretty good. But with Watson just getting to work on this lane of Rax, it's not going to be easy.
I think you have to let it go. I think you actually have to let it go. You just need to wait for meta to end. You cannot get close to the CV right now.
That's just 2 lanes. He's still got 2.5 minutes left on the Aegis. Half the duration of the meta. Who do you even initiate on if you're Yandex? Who can you start the fight on?
Nobody.
Not with the Underlord there?
I'm sorry. I wish I had an answer to that to make it look, you know, more even. But the team fight is not even close. Like there's no one you can jump.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna try and Sprout to buy their time here onto this melee Rax and clean up the Serpent Ward. They get it, but the Boundless Strike does connect onto the Warlock. They cut Quinn's tree. That's potentially a way of starting the fight, but he just mantas off and walks away.
No, yeah, you can't. You just have, now that the meta is out, maybe. Like,
Okay.
maybe. But even then, it's extremely hard. And gaming, they have no reason to give it to you.
They're so patient.
They could just back off.
They'll just wait till next Fiend's Gate.
Yeah, you wait for the meta. It's only 50 seconds. Like, you know, gaming is just showing the discipline we expect from them. They're not here. They're one of the strongest contenders. They are actually the defending champions.
Yeah,
of this
defending
tournament.
champions, absolutely.
They're in good shape. You know, they're coming for the title. So they're not, you know, they're not going to show any mercy. They will not take any chance. That's what Dota is about these days. So back up, back off, get the meta, get the Fiend's Gate, and go again.
Well, they're going to try to make a play for Ace. He gets the Crimson Guard and the Pipe on. It's everything that you have. Can you kill this man? He's at a half HP. It's not even close. Ace does get the Pit of Malice. The turnaround now is Quinn. Gets the Wukong's command off. Hex finds the Storm. He's stuck. Can he get out with a sliver of mana? No. 2 dead on Yandex. Now looking for notice. The BKB from Watson into the Sunder. The Hail Mary play from Yandex. It doesn't work, and Ace has found the Nature's Prophet. Quinn there to help secure the kill. 4 dead with no buybacks. Think we might see the GG coming soon.
I mean, I have to commend them for trying. I mean, you need to use the no meta window. You actually have, because if you don't, you might as well call it. But gaming is just too disciplined. You know, it's happened twice already, and where was the fight twice in a row? It's in gaming's triangle. Yeah. Up the hill. So they know exactly what's going on, and they know the little window, no matter how slim it is, that they're giving to Yandex, and they're making it so hard for Yandex to get anything done, really.
I mean, it was. I agree with you. I think it was a really valiant attempt, like to make that play, and it was, you know,
it's a. I want to win, even if there's like 0.5% chance. I'm still gonna go for it.
Yeah. What's the alternative? Just sitting in your base and waiting for your throne to explode? It's
exactly.
Just, you know.
So I can't respect that. I respect winning plays, even when, you know, they're almost impossible, which is the case here.
Yeah. So Yandex now defending against Mega Creeps. Meta's back up on the Terrorblade. They have the Serpent Ward just cleaving down these heroes as well as the towers. And it's only a matter of time before the play is going to be forced. And Quinn boundless strikes into the back line, grabs Solo, takes him down. He's going to buy back. But Watson wants to end the game. The Serpent Ward as well. They don't have it in the tank, and that'll do it. Gaimin Gladiators takes this